Hello, Staten Island. Welcome to another edition of Together SI Business Spotlight. We chat with someone from the small business community on Staten Island. My name is Todd Bavona, reporting for the Staten Island Advance. And today we are very happy to have John Kolboska joining us. He is the owner of Men with Tools. John, how are you?
Hey, Todd, I'm great. How about you?
Doing just fine, thanks, man. So, hey, let's get right to Men with Tools. Talk to us a little bit about the company, how long you've been in business, and what you guys do.
Sure. Yeah, we've got a showroom out here on Highland Boulevard in Great Kills on the corner of Armstrong Avenue. I've been in the business, the window, door, and flooring business for about 25 years. We opened the shop here May 7th, 2017. So we just crossed over that 3-year mark. We're a family-run company out here. We like to offer our customers a worry-free installation experience on all their windows, doors, and hardwood floors. We do that by offering a high-quality window door, high-quality products, professional installation, and a lifetime warranty from our manufacturers and on the labor on all the products that we sell and install. So.
It's been around a long time, and you cover a lot too, a lot of ground with what your company offers. All right, John. So let's get to when the COVID-19 pandemic hit. Let's go back, John, to February, March or so. March, really quarantine starts, right? What did that mean for Men with Tools and your business, and how did it affect you?
What a time, right? What a time period there. I remember, I think it was March 12th. I was on a business trip in Chicago for a product that we're thinking about bringing on, and that's when all of this stuff started going crazy on the TV with quarantines and whatnot. I had a meeting with my staff March 12th or 13th when I flew back in from Chicago, and everything was crazy. Nobody knew what was really going on, if we should work or if we shouldn't. We had customers that were concerned, as well as people, staff members that were concerned about COVID. So what we decided to do there, we got some recognition for it through Facebook and through the Advance, was we said, you know what, let's the people that were ready, willing, and able to work, we just said, we couldn't do these installs, so we said, let's just help the people in our community that need some help. So we were doing grocery deliveries, pharmacy deliveries for anybody within the Staten Island community, anybody that needed help. So I put a few posts up, and I got tremendous feedback and got a bunch of calls, and we helped a lot of people in Staten Island during that time. But ultimately, I think it was middle of March, we shut down, and we all went home. Yeah, for 2.5 months.
Yeah, I mean, middle of March, end of March is kind of when things kind of started shutting down, right? So and then, but wow, what a service and what a necessary service you were providing to Staten Islanders. So that's great. Now, getting back to your business specifically, you are a phase 1 business, so that means you've been up and running since June 8th. Talk to us a little bit about the planning involved in getting ready to open up, and how is business going overall?
Yeah, we started up June 8th, and we had a bunch of work that we had to put on hold there that we already had booked for March and April. So when June 8th opened up, we had plenty of work ready to go. Called all the customers during this period. We let them know, hey, when we get the green light to go ahead, we're gonna get you scheduled. We're gonna get you on the install. So June 8th, we had a bunch of work already on the books. The only thing was, obviously we had to follow the CDC guidelines, the local government. We're wearing face masks. You find a lot of contractors already know a lot about PPE because we work with lead-based paints and asbestos and stuff like that. So it's pretty easy. Most of my all of my installers are actually trained in proper PPE. But we're wearing the face masks, the N95s, and surgical masks. We're actually even wearing plastic face shields. We obviously always wearing gloves. We're keeping our social distancing and stuff like that. So we're performing temperature checks on all of our employees when they come in the morning. So we're following all of the guidelines.
Right. So, it's funny, we've talked to a dentist, for instance. He normally follows PPE protocols as is, right? Mm-hmm. So you're one of those businesses that it's kind of commonplace, but now you're just a little bit more mindful. Does that mean, wiping things down? You mentioned your guys are social distancing and whatnot, and washing your hands a little bit more often, and using the mask a little bit more often than not, right? So
I mean, Todd, I mean, we have, you know, in our 60-point, we have a 60-point window installation checklist, right? One of the last things we do is we clean up, right? So we talk about, you know, wiping down the windows and cleaning the glass. So, you know, these are things that we were doing pre-COVID, you know. So, I mean, really, the only difference here is, you know, now we're wearing plastic face shields, and we're making sure when we can to keep 6 feet of distance or more apart. Obviously, you know, our customers are mindful of that too. So, yep.
Right. So good to hear you guys have been back up and running. You're getting the calls. You are busy. That's what we want to hear, right? So that's good news. What other good news, or John, give me a silver lining here of the quarantine and this whole pandemic. I mean, this has been very negative for a lot of people. But what's a positive thought you can give us here to round out this discussion here, John?
Well, I mean, you know, the first thing I noticed, you know, being home for 2.5 months, I have my wife. She's a nurse, so she's an essential worker. I have 3 young children, all under the age of 12. So I learned how important and how thankful I should be for essential workers, especially teachers. It's been real difficult to try to take over and be a teacher with 3 young children. I tell you, that's been extremely challenging for me and my wife. You know, also, you know, cops, firemen, like I said, teachers, nurses, doctors. We really learned how important how essential these people really are, and I am extremely grateful for the things that these people do. Secondly, a positive that we found personally as a business, when we were before the pre-COVID shutdown, when we were out helping these people in our community by doing, you know, grocery deliveries and picking up prescriptions, whatever, we found that you know, myself and my staff, we found that it really made us feel really good. So during this shutdown, we're actually in the process of establishing a foundation. And as a company, the name of that foundation is actually be called the Tools for Good Foundation. So what we're going to do from this day forward is we're actually going to donate about 300 man hours a year to doing small home improvement projects for people in this community that otherwise can't do it or can't afford it. So we really enjoyed giving back to this community. It feels really great. From me to my installers, we were talking about that during the shutdown. It really made us feel good. So that's something we're going to continue to do moving forward from now and forever. So yeah.
What a great takeaway. A nice foundation that comes out of this. I mean, that's such a great success story. John, thanks so much for the time today. Thanks so much for sharing. Good luck with work. I'm glad to hear you're busy. But specifically, that foundation, best of luck with that. Really cool to hear about, man.
If I could just say about the foundation, obviously the first time I'm announcing it. If anybody needs help right now, the way to contact us and request that is to just actually send an email to our office email address. So that email address is office@themenwithtools.com. So it's OFFICE at the THE Men with Tools, MENTHETOOLS. It's a long one, .com. Thank you very much.
John, this was a great interview. Thanks so much for the time, man. Have a good one.
Thank you, Todd, and thank you, Staten Island.
All right. Once again, that was John Kolbaska joining us, the owner from Men with Tools. Good news there, right? With that foundation. So be sure to contact them if you're struggling and maybe you need some help. And these guys would love to help you out. So once again, really appreciate his time. Appreciate your time. Thanks so much for tuning in today. This was another edition of Together SI Business Spotlight. My name is Todd Bavona, reporting for the Staten Island events. We'll see you next time.